Hi, my name is Ada Wells from ProBalance Physical Therapy in Alameda, California. And what I want to do is show you a great exercise you can use for working on dynamic stability and strength for the hips and the glutes. This is great for runners, for any sort of athlete, particularly rotational sport athletes. So I'll just show you a couple of quick exercises. The first thing I want to do before we get into that is just quickly show you how to find your neutral spine position. So if you have a golf club or a dowel or a broomstick handle, just place that handle so it's right against your spine. And notice how you can place the back of your head, the middle of your back, and your sacrum or your tailbone in those 3 points of contact. There should be a little space between the middle back and the neck. Now if you were to flatten that all the way, that's a posterior tilt. If you were to arc all the way, that's an anterior tilt. So we want to find that place somewhere in between. That's our neutral spine. And that's important because when you go into your athletic stance position, whether it's a golf swing, a tennis position, even to go up and down sitting in a chair, you want to make sure that you can maintain that position just to protect your back. Obviously the spine is designed to move and we want to be able to have control in other directions. But for this exercise, we're just going to keep it at neutral spine. So once you've figured out how to find that, what you're going to do is take, I like using either resistive tubing or resistive band, tied in a loop somewhere between 6 to 12 inches long. And then what you're going to do, I'm going to use this tubing here. And what you're going to do is place that tubing just around your ankles, okay? You're going to find that neutral spine position, so I'm going to stay upright for this. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to step side to side without changing that spine position. I'll do it from the front here. So I'm just going side to side. My legs are straight, but my knees are not locked out. They're soft. And I'm just going from side to side. And what you're going to feel, and when you do this, we are keeping some level of stretch in that band the whole time. So we're trying to think about keeping tall and making sure that we don't do a lot of leaning. We try to maintain an upright position as you're going side to side. You should feel this in the outer hips. Now from that position, if you want to go more into an athletic stance, a golf stance, like a tennis stance, coming into that, so we have that neutral spine, notice that all I'm doing is hinging from the hips. So if I had that golf club there, my spine would still be those 3 points of contact at the back of the head, the middle of the back, and at the tailbone. And so from here, we're going to do the exact same thing. We're just doing those side steps, keeping some stretch in the band, but this time we're maintaining this neutral spine position from a slightly flexed position in the hips. And you can do that going side to side here. Sometimes if you don't have room to travel, you can keep it stable at one place, just going back and forth. Doing the same on the other side. Once again, this is going to work on that stability. And you can even take a hold of your golf club and just hold that stable and then go ahead and see if you can do that movement back and forth. Now, if you have that motion down pretty good, what you can do is you can actually, I'm going to step back a little bit, we can go kind of more of a traveling walk. So I'm going to go in diagonal. So I'm going to maintain my flex position here. I'm going to take a step forward, take a step forward. So I'm kind of going in a diagonal motion, going forward, and I can do the same thing backward. Okay? And if you have a hallway in your house, this is great to do, or just a long sidewalk. The next thing is a scooter. So for the scooter, I'm going to kind of give you my side view here. You're going to have the loop around the ankle, and then just kind of grip it with the bottom of your foot. So you can do this if you have shoes on as well, but I find sometimes with shoes off it's a little easier. And you can hold on to a chair, you can hold on to a doorway, a golf club, or nothing if you've got that balance. And what you're going to do is, first of all, we've got our neutral position here. We're just going to flex from the hips, so everything stays stable. And all we're going to do is reach that leg back and come back in. Now you can do this without even having resistive band, and that might be enough of a challenge for some people, okay? But you're going to basically move that back and forth, trying to maintain that stable, like you've got that glass of water balanced on your head, and not having a whole lot of movement anywhere except for that one moving leg. Now if you have that movement down pretty well, you can cross your arms, and so let's say I'm kicking the right leg out, I'm going to then just try rotating opposite of that leg kicking out. And seeing if you can maintain stability in your pelvis and maintain your balance while you're doing that. So that becomes a much more dynamic motion, and you would repeat that on both sides. So that's just a great little series of exercises you can do. using a band. You will absolutely feel that in your outer thighs if you're doing it correctly. If there's any strain in your knees, if there's any pain anywhere, please stop and make sure that you have somebody watch your form and consult your medical professional before starting any exercise program. Okay? Thanks a lot.